Imagine you were faced with a stark choice. Either you close your YouTube account, or I'm gonna kill you, or your family, or somebody you love. And imagine you weren't, like most of us aren't, myself included, I would imagine, you weren't brave enough to stand up to that person and say, listen, you will not silence me, I will continue to make videos. I am talking about a serious threat, one that you might even have been able to verify in some way, or that you've been advised by the police to take very seriously indeed. So what option have you got then? If you're not going to be defiant, what are you going to do? Well, I would certainly at least make sure that the person threatening me was left with the impression that I had closed my account. In other words, I would make damn sure that if that person were to go to youtube.com/user/rosebosje, they would see that famous pink bar with the words, "This account has now been closed." I might, of course, behind the scenes have tried to organize something with YouTube. I might have contacted them and explained the situation to them and said, is there anything you can do? Is there anything, any way you can help me with this to make it seem like my account is closed? Certainly, definitely. I would certainly try to do that. Don't get me wrong. But what I wouldn't want is for the person threatening my life to come away from this thinking, this guy is taking the piss. That's the last thing I would want to do. So what I would certainly not do is leave my account active as a clear indicator that I had every intention in the world to someday return to my channel and carry on where I left off. That's the last thing I would do. You would have to be monumentally, mind-numbingly stupid to do something like that. But then again, we are of course talking about Shawn, about Venom Fang X. And mind-numbingly stupid doesn't even begin to describe Shawn. So it's not outside the realm of possibility. But surely even Shawn would not be so stupid, while that threat, if it were real, was still hanging over him, to then post another video. So I can only assume that the threat has been removed. And that's where it has just stopped adding up completely. Because this is Shawn we are talking about. Somebody who is so incredibly full of himself. There's absolutely no way Shawn could have let the fact that a threat to his life and the lives of his family and loved ones had been lifted, just let pass unnoticed. None whatsoever. We would have seen a video of Shawn. He might even have dressed up into some fancy costume for the occasion, gloating and sniggering at the fact that this person who had been threatening his life was now languishing somewhere in jail. That would have been the first video that Shawn would have posted. Not a snivelling, almost 11-minute long whinge about the fact that Thunderfoot was debating Ray Comfort. Nah. That just sounds like the whinge of a kid who didn't get the candy he's been begging for. It just doesn't add up whatsoever. And besides, Shawn, can you please explain why somebody who is so in love with his own face chose his return video to be voice over images taken from other videos and stills. Did Daddy not give you back your camera? And Shawn, aren't you a little bit concerned about what might happen when Daddy, and I'm saying when, because it will happen, when Daddy is going to find out that you've been going against his wishes and you've been posting videos again? Aren't you taking rather a risk there? Nah, Shawn. I'm not sure about anybody else, but you're certainly not fooling me. Oh yeah, one final comment, by the way, people. A lot of people think that this video is about Shawn going off on the fact that Thunderfoot decided to debate Ray Comfort rather than him. No. Listen to it again, if you will, and listen to the whiny, butthurt sound of Shawn's voice. This has nothing to do with Thunderfoot. Not at all. This is about Ray Comfort, his hero. I can just about picture it, people. He has probably been pestering Ray Comfort with adoring emails and letters, and God knows what else. He might have even been stalking him or phoning him, I don't know. And he might never have had a response from Ray Comfort, his hero. And here he is, Ray Comfort, one of those people that he adores, that he worships, talking to one of the people he despises, Thunderfoot. Can you imagine how much that must sting? Can you just imagine how that must have felt to poor little Shawn, to see his hero talk to his arch enemy? It obviously stung so much that Shawn just couldn't contain himself. And despite the fact that Daddy will have a hissy fit, he had to make that video and let us all know how much his butt hurt.